For what?
Of Rivers State, where they asked that the budget be represented to the Amawule faction of the State Assembly.
And voided the recent local government election conduct.
There is nothing like Amawule faction. What Tinubu's people said, the budget should be presented to the properly constituted assembly, which is the authentic leadership of the assembly led by Martin Chike Amewule. But first of all, let's give God the glory, let's give God the honor that today, being the 28th of February 2025, God has nothing to do it all for everybody, for the interest of the people of the state. I have always said that the will of justice is sluggish, but it will come when it will come. More than 15 months, 16 months, this matter has been laid to rest by the highest court of the land. The only thing that can happen now is for anybody to appeal to God. If there's an opportunity for you to appeal to God. Supreme Court has made it very clear that you cannot have a democracy without a legislature. The Supreme Court has made it clear, cannot say that the government without a legislature. It is unheard of where anybody will say 3 people will constitute an assembly to make law for the entire state. It's unheard of. It has nothing to do with an individual, whether you like this person's face or not. But it is what is important that can 3 people make law for a state? Not to talk about appropriation. The Federal High Court said, you can't do this. You cannot do it, and therefore set aside everything they've done. 3 people who screen commissioners, 3 people with all kinds of things. A governor will go and bring down the House of Legislature and will do as if nothing has happened. The arm of government, independent arm. "15 months, 16 months, this matter has been laid to rest by the highest court of the land. The only thing that can happen now is to anybody to appeal to God. If there's an opportunity for you to appeal to God. Supreme Court has made it very clear that you cannot have a democracy without a legislature. The Supreme Court has made it clear, cannot say that the government without the legislature. It is unheard of where anybody will say 3 people will constitute an assembly to make laws for the entire state. It's unheard of. It has nothing to do with any individual, whether you like this person's face or not. But it is what is important that can 3 people make law for a state? Not to even talk about appropriation. The Federal High Court said, look, you can't do this. You cannot do it. And therefore, set aside everything they've done. 3 people will screen commissioners. 3 people with all kinds of things. A governor will go and bring down the House of Legislature and will do as if nothing has happened. The arm of government, independent arm of government. And people pretend as if nothing has gone wrong. You're talking about Wike. It's not about Wike. It's not about me. What we are saying is, can you, for whatever it is, go and demolish the building of another arm of government? No consequences. Then you carry the legislator to your own house. Not even carrying the proper legislature. 3 people to sit inside government house, begin to make laws, begin to pass an appropriation bill, and you are spending money, and you say nothing will happen. You want an appeal. Court of Appeal said this is wrong. We can't continue with this. Petitions were written against the justices, Federal High Court. Monteshon gave the judgment. Abdul Malik gave judgment. Look, having not have any appropriation, you cannot expend money. Petition. And that's what we see in this country. When you say something, people will begin to carry blackmail and will fall trap to that. So for me, it is happiness for Rivers people. It's happiness for Nigerians that yes, that person says this impunity must stop. Enough is enough. We can't continue with this. You are aware when the issue of local government came up, a governor elected who has taken oath to abide by the constitution came out to say that's a corrupt judgment, castigating the judiciary. But thank God, today the Appellate Court has said it all. Go back. You have no budget. Central Bank, Accountant General, you cannot continue to release money when there's no government until you present your budget to the appropriate assembly, which is the 27 members. No money should be released. You refuse to follow the Electoral Act in terms of conducting local government election. What was the issue? INEC don't relieve voter register if you don't comply. We then call give an order. You said no. You will not obey. And Nigerians were clapping. People like Atiku were hailing him. That yes, you've done well. I hope they will also hail him today. I hope the chairman of government, PDP Governors Forum, will also hail him today. Because if you don't, if Supreme Court has come out to say enough is enough, we must not truncate our democracy. If you have allowed this, one day, one member will constitute an assembly. And there's nothing you can do. One member. You can imagine 3 people. One said is the speaker. So two people are now the ones. I mean, it's unheard of. So it has nothing to do with the wicked. We must commend the judiciary for being bold, for being firm, to say no, this should not be allowed. This impunity must not be allowed. I've told people that Rivers State is not like any other state. We are not prisoners of war. We are not conquered. We must challenge anything we know that's illegal. We will not allow it. Anything, it's not, you can do that in any other state. But as far as Rivers State is concerned, we will not allow it. It doesn't matter what time it takes us. Yes. Look at how the assembly members since their salaries, allowances for how many years now? Because they are carrying out their function. So for us, not just happy, we're happy that the right thing has been done. All we have prayed, we say, look, nobody should go into violence, no fighting. Allow the law to take its course. I know that the law will take its course, but when? But when? But thank God, they say they defected. Supreme Court said, no, it's not correct. Where the defection? It's not correct. Hiring 40 senior advocates is not the issue. And I commend our legal team. I commend Chief Ola Olanitogo. I commend Chief J.B. Daoud, Jamanse, SN, Ferdinand Toby, Onoja, SN, S.T. Horn, Musa, for being committed, not money, committed to the job. Lawyers who know, not television lawyers, not channel television lawyers, who will finish from court, the next time they will go to a channel to begin to pontificate. Today, Supreme Court has silenced them. Pontificate in court, not in the television. So I commend our lawyers for a job well done. Consequences of that, you're talking about anarchy. How dare you say, yeah, you can disobey, you disobey Federal High Court, you disobey Court of Appeal, that does not mean that this one, Supreme Court, then you're inviting anarchy. If you don't obey Supreme Court, then it was this right. It cannot. It cannot. It cannot. All those commissioners, his 3 members, they're all gone. They're not commissioners. They're not commissioners. But they never existed in the first place. I'm sure the so-called Attorney General will know that. He will not go and say he's Attorney General of the state again. He knows the consequences of saying that. He knows that is gone. So I pray and I don't wish him that he should say he will not obey. First of all, how will he not obey the Supreme Court? I mean, I don't even want to think about it. It's not in a contemplation at all. I mean, as a politician, people can call you and it's important to me that what I'm doing, is it right? Wike is a bad man, there's no doubt. Wike is a good man, there's no doubt. Is that why 3 people should make law for a state? That's the issue. That's the issue. It's not about me. It's about you doing the right thing. Upholding the constitution which you swore out of office. You are trying to destroy it. In fact, he had an opportunity. President gave him an opportunity. Say, look, you want to destroy the democracy we all fought for. We will not allow you. Go and do this, go and do this. And he agreed. But I know that he will not. He thinks that he's too smart. And that opportunity was gone. Now what it also means is to tell those who are governors that look, this democracy is not for you alone. Democracy is for everybody. You can't continue to play as if you are God. You must play by the rules. You must play by the rules. I will do this. Nothing will happen. We agree. But something will happen. Just like it has happened today. You know, you think when you're an authority, you can buy a way. No, it's not like there must be a bus stop. And this is a bus stop. Wait. Money goes to a point that there will be a blockade. No, you cannot walk. And Supreme Court has shown it today. No, we won't do. We must allow things to be correct for this country to move forward. For us, for this democracy to survive, things must be done very correct. Not you just bulldoze your way because you're in authority and a governor. No. Nobody is stopping you. Nobody says you shouldn't exercise the powers of the governor. But it must be exercised constitutionally as the law. The law didn't say because you're a governor. You go and bring down the building of an arm of government. And and then carry 3 people to a house for them to legislate for the state. Like what Supreme Court said there's no government in River State. And what does that tell you? Yep. Government has collapsed in River State.